Hello and welcome to another episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Agonwa. On today's episode, we meet Eddie Megwa, the NYSC Lagos State Coordinator, as he takes us through the selfless activities of core members in Lagos State. Stay with us.
The core members in Lagos State are very dedicated and committed to the cause of National Youth Service Corps. Right from the orientation camp, when they took their oath of allegiance to get committed to the aims and aspirations of the National Youth Service Corps, they have all been well and good all through the aspects of the national service. After the orientation, we posted all of them out for their primary assignment. And in their primary assignment, they work it alongside with the community development services. And that is the core work of the national service, to render selfless service to the Nigerian society. Schools, health sector, infrastructure, NYSC is everywhere. And of course, you know the big cosmopolitan nature of Lagos. NYSC is spread everywhere. And I tell you, the work NYSC is doing, especially in the educational sector in Lagos State, if you pull out core members, the state government is going to have problems. And I'm so glad and excited that the state government, Ministry of Education, are so excited the kind of work the core members are doing in the educational industry. And we keep doing more and more. When you go to the health sector, and that's where I get so excited, especially when we take our health initiative for rural dwellers to the hinterlands. And what we see there marvel us. People that cannot access medical services. Core members take medical services to them. They give them drugs, they consult them, and they help them in all areas of their health. And now these are people, the proletariats, people that cannot ordinarily afford healthcare services. Core members take these things free of charge to them. This is services rendered by National Youth Service Corps. Now, without NYSC, where will you get this kind of services? And each time we move out like this, people, the traditional rulers, the indigenes, they're so excited. They want us to come all the time. And I must also thank Lagosians, well-spirited philanthropists. They come around, they donate drugs to us, they give us financial support with which we use in carrying out these selfless services to the Nigerian nation. I tell you, my children in Lagos, core members, they are wonderful and they are second to none.
Megwa acknowledges the support the NYSC receives from the Lagos State government, which goes a long way in ensuring that core members are well integrated into their host communities.
The state governments are up to their role and responsibilities. They come to our aid at all times, especially in orientation camp. They assist us with drugs, assist us with meal subsidies and all that. And of course, in fact, the one that thrills me so much is that they work hand in hand with the state secretariat via the state governing board to ensure that our core members are gamefully engaged in all the areas we post them. In fact, it is an irregulation in Lagos State government for any organization to reject the services of any core member we post to any of the ministries or any of the parastatals. They take them and they paid them.
He further emphasizes the value of the NYSC SAED program, which instills in core members a self-reliant and industrial spirit.
Nigerian nation have had some good respite in the area of unemployment. These days, the white-collar jobs are no more there. And we tell them right from the orientation camp, don't think because you have gotten your first or second degree, it is a passport for you to have an automatic employment. No. In these days, it's your art, what you can do with your hand, that can take you to the next level. And that is why NYSC, right from orientation camp, we make out 10 good days to mentor them at the orientation camp in all skill sets. And they all show marvelous interest. You will not even believe it. Some of them become specialists in sewing clothes, making of cakes, fashion designing, makeup and all that. Most times, when they come to NYSC, they still depend on their parents. Hey, my daddy is a millionaire. My daddy is a philanthropist. They are going to take care of me. But in the camp, we tell them, this is the time you begin to answer your name, not your father's name. When you go to run for an interview, you'll be asked, tell us about yourself, not about your father. And we also tell them, there is no man or woman that makes it under the roof of the parents. You need to move out. You need to take responsibility, especially having finished your first degree. You have now become a responsible person who is taking managerial position in any area of life that you have chosen. And so you must be determined that you must make it in life. And NYSC is the starting point.
Speaking on national integration, he stresses that the NYSC brings together core members from diverse backgrounds and unites them in the spirit of service to humanity.
Unity in diversity and integration is one of the nectar, one of the juice that magnet these core members, this youth from all over the Federation. The exciting point, in fact, the melting point is at the orientation camp, where they don't know themselves. They come from the north, from the east, from the west, from the south. And when they come, in their rooms, they are together that way. They begin to blend. They bond. They see themselves as their brother's keeper. Nobody steals in the hostels. You will not believe it. And if in the night somebody is not seen, all members of the room will raise alarm. We have not seen our brother. We have not seen our sister. And by the time they look, maybe the person might be with a camp commandant or state coordinator or platoon leader sorting out one or two administrative things. Now, this is the love we are preaching in NYSC. That is the point they discover themselves. They'll begin to fall in love themselves. You now see a guy from Meduguri falling in love with somebody from Osun or Ekiti. Eventually, they get married. They begin to have children. Now, the man who came to Lagos to serve from Borno will now decide to settle in Lagos with the Ekiti or Osun wife. They begin to raise children. Now, with all these problems we are having in the country, if you tell that young man, hey, Nigeria cannot be together, he will remember that part of him is in Osun or in Ekiti. And he can never tell you, yes, let us destroy the country. And that is what is bringing the nation together. Apart from NYSC, I don't see any other organization that is working tirelessly to ensure that the bonding which we require to keep this nation one, I don't see any other organization that is working as much as NYSC.
In speaking on the NYSC COVID response, he highlights the contributions of core members in curbing the spread of the virus in the state.
And I must give credence to our dynamic Director General, who inspired all the state coordinators to use core members to have quick intervention in the COVID-19 protocol observation. Now, in Lagos, we take it upon ourselves that we must visit all the local government areas. We started through the skill acquisition branch, producing face masks, antibacterial hand wash, sanitizers, and started distributing to Lagosians, local government by local government. You will not believe it that core members did not even stop there. Some of them were so passionate to donate their monthly allowance, the entire 33,000. They came to me and said, "Sir, people are not working. They are hungry. People are dying. Please take our money, buy food, give to Lagosians. They are the people who are hosting us. They are our brothers, they are our fathers. I've never seen such empathy in my life before. And if all Nigerians can think the way my core members were thinking during the peak of pandemic, I tell you, Nigeria will be a wonderful country for all of us to enjoy." So core members did so much within that period. And in Lagos here, we were the first to fabricate the text boot, collection boot, which was replicated in all states of the Federation. We were also the first to have a multiple hand wash system that is automated. You see it right in front of our office. Automated, you just go there, you wash your hand, you don't touch anything, and it was also replicated in most states of the Federation. Now, core members' ingenuity during the COVID-19 peak was something that is unequaled. You cannot beat them. And what this will translate to is our youth are full of ideas. They are full of energy. All we need to do, encourage them, challenge them. They are ready to turn the course of this country for the positive.
He advises core members to adhere strictly to the NYSC Code of Conduct during their service year.
We have our rules, our codes of conduct, and we sensitize them right from the orientation camp. If you're posted to Lagos, you don't travel out of Lagos without the permission of the state coordinator. And that you have to route through your employer, through your local government inspector, through the zonal inspector before it comes to my table. And we will review it. And see, we tell them, don't play a fast one. NYSC is a human scheme. And we understand the human intricacies involved. If, for instance, your father suddenly dies and you need to go for the burial, approach us. So you don't need to run away without letting the officials know. Apply and permission will be given. Now, if you need to leave the country and go outside the country, you need to apply to the Director General through my office. And I will make my own recommendations to him. And it's only the Director General that has the power to release a serving core member to travel outside the country. And this he will also do. When he reviewed the case and see maybe the person you want to attend your convocation, for instance, or there's a life-threatening sickness that you must go and attend to. When we review it and look at all the referrals and discover that it is necessary for you to travel, the Director General will approve. We are training young youth that should be responsible and add value to the Nigerian nation. And you can only do that when you are dedicated to the cause for which you are called up to serve the Nigerian nation. And we want to believe, and we're praying to God, in no time, these security challenges we're having in the country will all be over. And everybody will begin to enjoy this God-given country, Nigeria, and have the best out of it.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
It is inspiring to see the contributions of corps members in curbing the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. We are all we've got. We are all each other's keeper, and we must all play our part to create a sustainable society. Our next story is on Engineer Dotun Ijibadejo, the CEO of George Richards Institute, School of International Languages. He is a professional trainer in multiple international languages, including French, German, Spanish, and Italian. He founded the first language school in Nigeria in 1991 and began his partnership with NYSC in 1999. For over 2 decades, he has trained thousands of corps members in diverse foreign languages, which has helped them with their career advancement. Let us meet him.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us
Hallo, guten Tag alle. Mein Name ist Faith. Ich bin Studentin von George Richards Institute. Ich bin 20 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Edo-Stadt. Ich wohne in Okota. Ich spreche Deutsch, Französisch und Englisch. Ich studiere Deutsch und Französisch in George Richards Institute. I know you'll be wondering what I'm saying. I just introduced myself in German and I welcome you to George Richards Institute. Please come in. Let me take you to my class.
lift our nation high, under the sun or in the rain.
This is our German class. And this is the Spanish class. De courage tout le monde. And this is our French class. Thank you very much.
Youths obey the clarion call. Let us
My name is Engineer Dotun Ijibadejo. I'm a retired Navy officer. Before I joined NYSC as a partner, February 1999. I'm a 23 years old partner with NYSC now as of today. That was the time we were doing other programs like JACU, and the name of the institute is George Richards Institute, School of International Languages, where we teach French, German, Spanish, and Italian.
Over the years, corps members have appreciated the relevance of language in breaking boundaries and establishing new frontiers.
Corps members appreciate the importance of language. Especially, I'm always in camp to give them a talk and let them know the importance of language, especially in this highly competitive job market. Some of them, before meeting me, they might not appreciate the importance of language, but by the time I finish with them, they do. Because right now, I run interviews in multinational companies and in international organizations, and I know quite well that what we are looking for when we are interviewing people is what you have that others don't have. And language stands out as what you can have that others don't have. Standard number one. Because if you look at the people who are accountants, all of them will go and do ICANN, ACCA, ACIS. By the time you see it, the degree BSc is a standard, and the ICANN is also becoming a standard. There is no way language can be a standard. Because each time I get to camp, talking to about 4,000 corps members in Lagos State here, I'll raise up my hand at least. All of you, anyone here that speaks French or German or Spanish, you come and stand next to me. And I'm already telling you that out of 4,000, I can't see up to 5. Sometimes I see 2. Sometimes I see none. So you don't need to be told it's uncommon again. Then you now have to know what are the benefits of learning language for you to know where you should key into it. Now, the number one advantage of learning language is this. Language brings affinity. It brings intimacy. It brings brotherliness. It brings coexistence. It brings unity, especially in Nigeria now where we're looking for unity. Since after the war, we're thinking that Nigeria should be united again. Language is the big core thing that will do that. So for them, language plays a very important role, especially now that many people are pursuing very few jobs. And the only way to distinguish yourself is by what you have that others don't have, and language standard at that. And that distinction, to my mind, most of the comments are passing through my system. They don't stay on ground for too long. Even sometimes some of them get jobs before they finish service.
Knowledge of multiple languages is a great differentiator for corps members in the labor market and promotes job security.
Language plays a fantastic role. That's one way. Job security, make them get a job. It will not only make you get a job, it will make you to grow in the job. Number two is skill acquisition. I want to relate language to that. Skills acquisition is basically people going to different trades. And whatever you sell, whatever you learn, fashion designing or whatever, bag making, shoe making, whatever, you want to sell them. You are not producing them because you like the faces of people. You are producing them because you want to sell and make profit from it. And I say this, the level of profit you make from any entrepreneurship, no matter what it's called, is a function of your sales outlets. The more outlets you have, the more profit you make. You can sell here, sell there, you make, because you speak French, you take your goods like fashion designing, what you have sold to Togo, to Benin Republic, you sell some there, collect dollars, Togo, Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea-Conakry, Senegal, because you speak French. Of course, then you mop up so much money for yourself and come back to the country again. You are making more money, and you also have a shop in Nigeria like everybody else. So language makes you to maximize your profit element in any entrepreneurship option you choose.
Youth obey the clarion call. Let us lift our nation.
Guten Tag, viewers. Ich heiße Ememekong. Ich bin 24 Jahre alt. Ich bin ledig. Ich komme aus Akwa Ibom. Ich wohne in Lagos. You can see I can speak German already. So what I basically said was, my name is Ememekong. I am 24 years old. I come from Akwa Ibom. I live in Lagos. And I am a student of George Richards Institute. So I want to thank NYSC for creating this opportunity for me to learn an international language. And so far, it has been wonderful. And I would encourage all my viewers to come and enroll in this program, because you will not only get an opportunity to work abroad or go for further studies, but you also learn how to communicate, because that's the basis of languages. You learn how to communicate to your neighbors and be able to further your studies if you're interested, or get more job opportunities. Danke. Choose.
I choose this program from the other programs of SAED because I have the intention of studying in Germany. So after service, I'm planning to go there for my MBA in business at international business. I've been thinking of how to find a class, like German class, where I will have the certificate and to learn the language. Luckily or fortunately, Richard the Great came to CDS. He introduced himself to us, and I just find it as he came to me direct, only for me. He was here like for me alone, because I have been looking for that opportunity. I want to express my gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and federal government and the NYSC for this program.
I'm delighted because something I've wanted to do, because I didn't find the opportunity early, but I'm glad that my parents supported me to do this. I will encourage other corps members to take this opportunity of SAED and make good use of it. Thank you.
The reason I chose to learn languages in George Richards Institute is because whilst you learn language, you learn different things alongside it. You learn culture, you learn arts, you learn crafts, you learn the way of life and the way people from other countries and the languages you're learning, the way they see life too. So basically my first point is because, number one, it makes me happy. When it comes to speaking, I love to speak to people. So I felt, okay, if I learn these languages, I would have a wider perspective of what people feel, and I'll be able to understand better, make conversations with them, and then see how I can work with them with the betterment of myself. Now, businesses are going global. Everybody wants to spread out to other countries. So if you are somebody in a company already that speaks a language of an international country, you have the higher chances of flying out. Even the company will pay the bills to get you trained in other countries, then use their methods in your own company to better the company that you work in. I really appreciate the opportunity given to me and my colleagues by NYSC to learn these international languages at a reduced cost. There is no price tag to be put on this because this is virtually going to be found nowhere. So I'll say a big thank you to NYSC and the whole scheme itself for allowing us the opportunity to learn languages at this.
Management of the MSc, they have tried so well because I know so many of the NYSC graduates that finish NYSC that are not working for anybody. They don't intend to work for anybody. And they are earning more than whatever any company can pay them. I have some of them that I know so well from 2012 till now. And they have done wonderfully well.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
The National Youth Service Corps does not only provide a platform for corps members from diverse cultures to unite, but also empowers them with valuable skills through the Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I hate to go, but I assure you I would see you next time. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. And we always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Agonwa. Stay safe.